about to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not.
Hello, friends and enemies. Welcome back to Happy For Now. It's me, Isabel, here with another recommendation video for you. This one's gonna be a quickie, but I've got some good picks for you as far as the main characters over the age of 30 in romance novels. So this is something I love to find personally in my romances, and I know a lot of other people also like to find this. So I wanted to share some recent ones that I've read and really enjoyed. A couple of these are old standbys that I've recced before, but I've never done a dedicated over 30 rec video, which surprised me. So first up we have Gray Hair, Don't Care by Karen Booth. This is a really cute, I think they're in their 40s, romance about Leela, who gets a second chance with Donovan. Now, second chances are not my favorite thing always, but she's a makeup artist and Donovan's daughter's like launching a business and she's having Leela come consult, I believe, and they slowly they hook up again and then like navigate it what it would be for them to actually be together, because like they had a really awkward one night stand situation, and then Donovan ended up married and she didn't know a whole bunch of this backstory with his marriage thing. Like some stuff goes down. But also we do have a side plot around a parent that is sick. So I do want to make that note that Donovan is caregiving somewhat in this book for a parent that is sick, I believe. I might be wrong, but I'm 99% sure. But yeah, it was just really cute. This was really fun, great time. This was on Hoopla for me, so it was a great option to pick up and get through very quickly and easily. It's not super long. But yeah, it was really cute and I love the cover. It's just gorgeous. And yes, Donovan is inspired by Keanu Reeves, so there's that. Next, we have one of my favorite authors who in general I'm going to say has a lot to offer in the over 30 category, but that is Oliviadade with Spoiler Alerts. Now, I know this doesn't work for everyone. It does have a heavy fan fiction element that some of y'all may not enjoy, but we've got a plus size heroine with a actor. She is in her late 30s, he's in his early 40s. They both write fan fiction for the show he's on, which is Game of Thrones-esque, and they're like course correcting. So it's canon like fixing, like they're making fix-it-fix basically, because he hates how his character's gotten done dirty in this book, and she cosplays as the main female character, his love interest in the book, and like posts a picture online and people are really mean to her, and he says, you know, don't be mean to her, she's beautiful, and takes her out on a date, and we go from there. There's some weird body shaming from our female main character's mom in this book, so be aware of that. But overall, this is just like one of my faves. I love this. I cannot wait to keep reading in this world personally, and Oliviadade has a lot of over 30 female main characters, so I definitely recommend checking out her books if you haven't yet. There's also like Teach Me, which is a cinnamon roll hero and a teacher lady who's like an ice queen, and the 40 Love also has a over 30 main character and a 28-year-old love interest, so you know they exist. These are out here. Oliviadade is bringing us that energy in a big way, and I really appreciate it. Next, we have If She Says Yes by Tasha L. Harrison, who also writes a ton of older woman, younger man romances in a spectacular way. This one follows Darcy, who is in her 50s, and Tomas, who is in his 30s, and it's her son's wedding, and it's his best friend. So the son asks his best friend to take care of his mom on the wedding weekend and make sure she's happy. And boy, does he take care of her in ways that I don't think were what his bestie intended, but did they work for me so well. Oh, so well. This book, if you have not picked this book up, I need you to pick this book up. Seriously, pick it up. It has such a hot, submissive man in it, and I know that might be something that you think you don't like, but let me tell you, it was smoking hot in this book. It was so good. We basically just followed them like hooking up over the wedding weekend and navigating that, and then figuring out how they wanted to be together, but we also skipped any of the drama about the son finding out about them yet, so like we don't have that part of the story, and I'm okay with that. I didn't need that part of the story. I wanted Darcy and Tomas to be happy, and that's what I got. And it was so good and so smoking hot. It's set in Charleston, South Carolina, and Tasha is from the Carolinas, so she has a really good grasp on the area, and I think she brought it to life beautifully. And I honestly just like, I need to read more from her because of this book. So don't be surprised when you see more Tasha on my TBR here. Then we have a Monster Romances with age gap. So listen, some of them are human, so it counts because immortal beings obviously are over the age of 30. But first of all, we have In the Bedroom of Medusa by Megan Cubed. This is a sapphic romance following a companion who is recruited to come be Medusa's Lady Basilisk's companion, and she moves into her house, and like, yes, there are snakes involved, but I don't like snakes and it didn't bother me, so I say still check it out because it was really good. And this was really interesting. I really enjoyed how the story unfolded. This is a very quick read, and the reason I'm 99.9% sure our female main character is over the age of 30 is at one point she references the character as being 20 plus years older than her and in her 50s, which would make her in her 30s. But I really liked this. I thought it really did an interesting job examining sex work a little bit in such a short book, specifically around the idea that sex work isn't always sex. Sometimes it's just blatant companionship as far as like supporting someone and just being someone for them to talk to, etc. But yeah, it was really interesting. It was really good. Very, very hot. Like, the sex in this is on point, and I really liked how the Medusa aspects played into it as far as like the snakes on her head. We'll leave it at that. Then the last one I have for you is a gargoyle romance called Flesh and Stone by Emily Hemingway. This was a really, really fun romance also. This follows obviously a gargoyle that is hundreds of years old. Depending on what we want to consider his age as far as when he got frozen into gargoyle form or how old he is like now with time passing. And a 34-year-old curvy woman who accidentally awakens him. So she is like out to dinner with her friend, and they went to go check out this old church in the city, in New York City. And she goes back after because her friend's gonna go hook up with this waiter, and touches the gargoyle, and he comes back to life. And she lets him like fly her across the city, and she puts him up in her apartment, and then she's like trying to help him, and they end up hooking up, and like his tongue is compared to a dick. And I just was mind blown, okay? I was mind blown. It was not where I thought we were headed in any capacity on this one, and I was so happy we were there. It had great sex, really fun age gap. I really liked how self-assured our heroine was. Like, she was just like okay with where she was in life, and it didn't need to be a big thing, kinda. And I really liked how the entire story itself played out, because we were left with an opening for sequels, but not a guarantee, and in a way that I was like comfortable with. I still don't know how big a gargoyle is, which has been one of my biggest queries from this book. But I just need to do some Googling. Yeah, if you made it this far, drop me a building emoji. I don't know, a cat emoji. Drop me a cat emoji because the cat is literally about to jump on the camera. Hold on. If you made it this far, drop a cat emoji in the comments, because as always, my cat does not leave me alone. And if you have a favorite female over 30 romance character or couple or any of that, drop it down below so I can check it out, because this is one of my favorite things to read. I love reading about older characters and couples. And yeah, I will have links to these books in that description box for you, as well as links to Be My Friend anywhere on the internet, and I will talk to y'all in a few days. Bye.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions. We'll get